Ladies and gentlemen, it's your friend Bentley here, and today we're going to be covering a ship that had a magnificent career. If you don't know what the Olympic class liners are, there were a trio of ships, right? There was Olympic, Titanic, and Britannic. Today's video is going to be focusing on Titanic. So, yes, let's get into it. On April 10th, 1912, the Titanic departed Southampton through New York. As it left the Southampton dock, it nearly collided with the steamer New York. There was a minor incident on the night of April 14th, 1912, where Titanic narrowly avoided an iceberg. And if it weren't for that, then it probably would have sank. Maybe, possibly, we don't know. But because it missed it, it successfully made it to New York on April 20th, 1912. Titanic had a very good 1913 and 1914 season. It was great. It had a lot of business. A lot of passengers were liking it. And overall, it was going really good so far until things may have took a turn for the worst. On July 28, 1914, World War I officially broke out, and ships needed to be requisitioned fast by the British Admiralty to be used to transport troops or hospital ships or armed merchant cruisers, etc. On May 7, 1915, a Cunard liner known as the Lusitania was sunk by the German U-boat U-20 off the coast of Ireland. Following the sinking of the Lusitania, Titanic and her sister Olympic were requisitioned by the British Admiralty as troop ships. Titanic's first paint scheme as a troop ship had her funnels darkened and her superstructure was painted dark gray, as it didn't want to have close attention by U-boats. And it was also, all the open promenades were enclosed and all the lights at night would be turned off to avoid attention from German U-boats. But then casualties had risen very high, so more hospital ships were needed to transport troops that were injured from the Mediterranean back to Liverpool. One of the most noticeable things that happened during Titanic's career as a hospital ship, as it responded to a distress signal left by its sister ship Britannic, which had struck a mine in the Kia Channel on November 21st, 1916, and the Titanic picked up the survivors of the sinking Britannic. In April of 1917, the U.S. had officially entered the war, and Titanic was tasked with transporting troops across the Atlantic, and it would do this for the rest of its career during World War I. Also, with that, Titanic got a new paint scheme with its dazzle camouflage. After the First World War ended, Titanic didn't really do much. Of course, it traveled from Southampton to New York transatlantically, of course. But the only noticeable thing that happened is in 1922, it received a refit for more lifeboats, and instead of burning coal, it would burn oil now. Both of those things would also be added to her sister ship Olympic also. On September 1st, 1939, World War II had officially broken out. And also, on August 5th, 1943, Titanic was steaming towards the Mediterranean, bound for Lemnos, when a loud explosion happened, and the crew had come determined with that it hit a mine. But 2 minutes later, a periscope was spotted, and a torpedo was fired and hit successfully. So Titanic was doomed. And at 12:57 p.m., Titanic had gone under the water. Titanic had a magnificent career. It narrowly avoided a sinking of an iceberg. It served in 2 world wars. And overall, it created great service across the Atlantic. Billy here. I just got done editing this video and putting it together. This took like hours to make because I needed to find some time to have quiet time to be able to record this video. But anyway, thanks for watching. And if you like this video, please comment, like, and share what I should do next time. Also, Mike Brady from Motion Lighter Designs. If you're watching this video, I'm sorry for using your illustrations. I just needed to find something that looked like Titanic with like dazzled schemes and like paint schemes. And I knew that you've made some, so I was like, okay. So, sorry I used them. If you didn't want me to use them, I'll take the video down.